Welcome back to my channel. Now, firstly, I just wanted to apologise that I haven't made a video for a little while now. Things got really hectic, and now they are less so, as I'm sure everyone is finding. I'm not going to be dwelling on what is currently going on in the crazy world that we seem to be living in. This video is for those people that are looking for books to escape with, or to lose themselves in, to immerse themselves in. Some are chick lit, some are a little bit more gritty, nothing too depressing, nothing that is going to bring you down. We definitely don't need that in our lives right now. So from the stats and the press that I've seen, I know a lot of people are reading more books. If you're like my mum, for example, who hasn't ever really been that into reading, but I've lent her a couple of books. They've sat on her side in her bedroom for God knows how long. She started reading, and the other day she told me she's already halfway through one of the books that I lent her. I know a lot more people are picking up books that wouldn't normally. So if you are one of those people, or if you're a regular reader, whichever, I have 6 books to share with you today that I have loved. I have been able to totally escape with, immerse myself in. I feel like I'm going to say those words over and over again. So first up is a book I have read only in the last couple of months, and it is The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. The book starts with Nick going to a baseball game with her boyfriend of 5 months, and out of the blue he decides to propose to her. Bearing in mind they've only been together for quite a short amount of time, she did not realise that this was on the cards. She saw it as quite a sort of casual thing. They were enjoying spending time with each other, but at no point was marriage on the cards. Nick was subtly and very nicely trying to tell her boyfriend, no, this is, you know, this is not where I think we're at, when the camera crew rushed over. A couple of seats in front of her was sitting Carlos and his sister. They saw all the commotion that was going on and basically rescued her. As with all my book reviews, if you've seen any of those that I have done previously, I am not going to give away any spoilers. This book is very feel good, so easy to get into. I think within the first chapter I was totally immersed in the story. I warmed to the characters straight away. It's a very easy read. Now, I don't have most of the other books that I'm going to be chatting about here, so I'll just pop an image in here. Next book I'm recommending is 1 in a Million by Lindsey Kelk. To be honest, as with a couple of these authors that I'm going to recommend, you could probably pick up any Lindsey Kelk book and it would make you feel a lot brighter. But the one I'm suggesting today is 1 in a Million, because this particular story stuck with me. To be honest, most of her other books, in the I Heart series, for example, they all tend to blend into one a little bit. I mean, they're great and I absolutely love them, but if you asked me, oh, what did you think of I Heart New York, I would be like, dunno. Because I can't remember, but I know I enjoyed it. But anyway, 1 in a Million really stuck with me. It was a little bit of a different story. The story begins with Annie taking on a bet to make a hot historian famous on social media in just 30 days. Again, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but that is the general premise of the book. I read this back in 2018, and like I said, the story still sticks with me now. So if you're looking for chick lit, but with something a little bit different to kind of the regular format, I would give 1 in a Million a go. Okay, so number 3 is Paige Toon. And there are a couple that I can suggest. Like Lindsey Kelk, if you pick up a Paige Toon book, I don't think you can go wrong. However, there is just one book that I would suggest you avoid. If you can go anywhere, was, and I think I reviewed this on my channel, yeah, If You Can Go Anywhere was one book by Paige Toon that I was a bit, not that much of a fan of, which was actually quite a surprise because I love her books generally. Now, the ones I would suggest are The Last Piece of My Heart, The Longest Holiday, and One Perfect Summer. I mean, the last 2 of those, just the title alone would make me pick them up. The Longest Holiday is about Laura, whose husband randomly slept with a girl on his stag do and gets her pregnant. Laura finds out, clearly isn't that impressed. I mean, That's the understatement of the century, isn't it? So she decides to take herself off on a girly holiday to the Florida Keys, where she meets Leo. Again, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it's generally a feel-good book. You can't really go wrong with Paige Toon, just avoid that one that I mentioned earlier. Number 4 on my list is Lucy Diamond and the House of New Beginnings. This book has a particularly fairy tale ending, so if you're looking for something like that, definitely give this book a go. The book is about 3 women who live in a house on Brighton seafront. They're all battling their own issues, but they help one another to overcome these and actually become firm friends. A really nice, easy read with a very happy ending. Number 5. This is one of the books that I mentioned earlier that you can get your teeth into a little bit more. If you're not looking for chick lit, this could be a book for you. So Moriarty, who is fast becoming one of my favourite authors, and the book I'm suggesting is 9 Perfect Strangers. I have definitely done, I do remember this, I have definitely done a review of this book, so I will leave that linked below. This is amazing. I absolutely loved this book. It's probably the best book that I have read in the last year, if not 2 years. It tells the story of 9 strangers who all enroll on a health retreat, but it's a health retreat with quite a difference. Again, I am not going to give away any spoilers, although I could talk about this book for ages. If you're looking for a page turner, something to lose yourself in, and something that you just keep on wanting to pick up, I can definitely recommend this book. To be honest, pretty much all of the Moriarty books I've read have been amazing. I would say that this is more of a book you would pick up if you're looking for something to immerse yourself in rather than to escape somewhere kind of beautiful and comfortable. This isn't the book for that. However, it is the book if you really just want to get your head into something. You want a page turner, you want something that you just don't want to put down. This is the book for you. Okay, and finally, number 6. And this is The Rome Affair by Karen Swan. Karen Swan is probably my favourite festive author. For me, I see her as more of a Christmassy, festive writer. She's done a lot of things like Christmas at Tiffany's, Christmas on Primrose Hill, Christmas Under the Stars. I read one every single Christmas. But she has also done a couple of other, actually I think she's done more than that. She's actually done other books that aren't festive based. And one of them is The Rome Affair. Now this is a book to pick up if you're really missing travelling, if you're missing a holiday, if like me you had a holiday booked which you can no longer go on. This definitely will kind of fill that void as much as possible without actually going, if that makes sense. I read The Rome Affair a couple of years ago now after actually coming back from Rome, which really helped me to be able to picture a lot of the scenes that Karen Swan describes. However, you definitely don't need to have gone to Rome to picture, you know, the Trevi Fountain, the Spanish Steps, the Colosseum. These are all big tourist attractions that we've seen on TV so many times, but also the way Karen Swan describes these places just brings it to life in your mind. The story is about Francesca, or Cheska as she is referred to in the book. She's a writer and she is asked to write the biography of one of Rome's most famous women, Eleanor. It's quite a twisted tale, I would say, and it keeps you guessing right until the end. Again, if you want something to immerse yourself in, if you want to be transported somewhere abroad, then I can definitely recommend The Rome Affair. As an aside, Karen Swan has also done, I think, The Greek Escape and The Paris Secret. I assume they're in a similar series. I don't remember the stories crossing over, but those are also, I've definitely read The Greek Escape, and I remember I really enjoyed that. So yeah, if you're looking for something to whisk you off on holiday, those are the ones I would recommend. And that is everything for books to lose yourself in, immerse yourself in, escape with. I hope that's given you a couple of recommendations. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you are all well. Never has that statement been truer than now. Stay safe, stay in, read books, and if you have any suggestions on videos you'd like to see me do, I will now have a bit more time, so please leave those in the comments below. And I hope to see you again back here very soon. Take care, bye.